Wait, I think it's.
Hey guys, it's Ryzen.
And Liz. Happy
And,
Saturday morning.
Yep. So, Kansas City game is very likely to be canceled now because Cam Newton has COVID. Supposedly everybody else is tested negative, but there's an incubation period, and he's been practicing all week. And if I'm Kansas City, I don't agree to play the game, frankly, because you're going to infect Kansas City if anyone travels with the Patriots who has an incubating virus now.
This is what we were afraid would start happening.
Bubble season, NFL, you can't have these teams constantly traveling. And they chose to do this. So, they go to hotel rooms. A staff member might have it. Boom. Now you have 6-7 players have it. So, yes. He has COVID. He tested positive last night, apparently.
It's breaking news right now.
So, he's been practicing all week.
Yeah.
So how many people has he been around? The entire team now has to quarantine because he's been at practice. And the virus has an incubation period. So they can't play the Kansas City game now.
Yeah, they haven't announced what.
They haven't officially canceled the game yet, but there's no way Kansas City agrees to play that game unless they're stupid.
Yeah, because the Patriots are probably going to travel this afternoon, I would think, usually.
I mean, they have their bye, so just all they have to do is swap the bye.
They could just put them on the bye this week, right?
But
that's not a 14-day quarantine. That's only 7.
If you start today, well, then they might have to cancel 2 games. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen when these teams don't have a bye to swap.
Yeah, like I think with the Tennessee game, which was supposed to be tomorrow, they pushed that to later in the season, I think. Thanks for the super chat.
That's cool.
We appreciate it. Yeah, we just wanted to kind of talk about our initial reactions because I literally was just, oh, thanks. We do our best. I was literally just going through social media this morning, and I went to Facebook, and the first story I saw was Cam Newton tested positive for the Rona. So I was like, come on, man.
Obviously, we're going to do our preview video, but there's just no point because I don't even know if the game's going to happen now. And what am I going to preview? They're going to get demolished if they play that game.
Yeah, because Brian Hoyer will be the starter.
And the problem is that they don't have a backup quarterback with Cam Newton's skill set. They've changed the way the team works.
Yeah, Hoyer's more like Brady.
Yeah, and that's not the team anymore.
No, they're more of a running team.
Yeah, they're a run team with that relies on Newton's running ability to open up running lanes for the running backs. So you take that away, they got no team.
Yeah, there has been no announcement yet whether the game's being postponed or rescheduled or what have you.
They're in contact with Kansas City right now.
Yeah.
What they want to do.
The NFL and the Patriots have announced that they're in contact.
I am guessing that, the players are probably going to say no. It's possible they can probably survive 2 outbreaks.
Yeah, it's the Titans and now the
Patriots. So
go figure.
I'm surprised. Well,
the Patriots surprises me because
they were in Seattle last week.
Yeah, but they stayed in their hotel room basically until the game.
True, but if somebody at the hotel has it, that's the problem. Is because you're booking all these hotels, you're flying on planes, you're traveling. I mean, any number of things can still happen. The NFL's been very careful, but it just doesn't matter. The thing is COVID is just so contagious.
That's the problem.
I mean, you so much as breathe on somebody, you can get it. I mean, the president has it now.
Yeah.
Got it from his advisor on, looks like, Air Force One. And she was in an entirely separate part of the plane, but it doesn't matter because it circulates the air.
Yeah.
I mean, Cam will probably be fine. He's 31 years old, but
you never know because young people are getting sick and
I mean, it's possible. Young people have gotten really sick from it. It's just less likely.
Yeah.
And Cam's in really good condition, so he'll likely be fine. But it sucks because this was a game that
it's a must-win game.
It was a must-win game, and I think they were probably going to lose the game anyway. But first of all, it was going to be a good game to watch.
Right now that Newton's not playing, if the game is still held, Kansas City will probably win.
And then even if they win, what happens then? Oh, it turns out Mahomes got COVID from the game.
Right.
There's no way the NFL is going to want that. So I think it's 50-50 at this point whether the game even happens. I would be surprised, frankly. I'd be surprised if the players didn't just not show up. At least some players.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I'd want to. They should have done a bubble season, and I don't know why they didn't.
Well, hockey and basketball and baseball have all done.
I don't think baseball did a bubble season.
Well, they're already in. The Yankees won a wild card game or something already.
Cut their season by like 80%.
Yeah, I mean, so did hockey and basketball, right? They both cut their
baseball's
seasons.
Like the least contact sport,
of all of them.
that makes they might have been able to get away with it. Even they almost didn't make it. But I mean, basketball has been doing a bubble season the whole time. I mean, they've only used 4 or 5 stadiums. Same with hockey. Hockey's done.
Hockey's easier because it's like football. They're wearing helmets.
Well,
and
they're
masks.
wearing a lot of equipment in hockey, and
same thing with football. They wear tons of equipment.
I mean, hockey had a bubble season, so you're only using so many stadiums. You can keep them clean. It's a pain in the ass.
I don't know why the NFL didn't do that.
I don't know. I mean, you could have just had, set up, each team. I mean, you'd have to redo the divisions for 1 year, but who cares?
Who cares, right?
I mean, it's too late now. They've already started, so. And I was always worried about the plane rides and the hotels.
Yeah, that's why we haven't gone anywhere.
Probably what's happening. You can lock them in the hotel. It doesn't help you if a staff member has it.
Right.
And you don't know. And it's not necessarily their fault. I mean, people are asymptomatic and they give it to you.
We'll see what they do.
We'll see. It's possible.
I don't know if they'll cancel the whole season.
It would take you gotta understand how greedy the owners are.
Oh, it would probably take a lot for them to cancel the season.
It would take several outbreaks, I would guess, at the same time.
I mean, there's other teams I think who have players on the IR because they've had it, but that happened before the season started.
Well, there were a lot of players that opted out as well.
Right.
So this is a weird season to begin with. And there's probably going to be teams that don't play 16 games going forward. Yeah. And that's just going to be the way it is. I
mean, what they could do is they could just cut the entire month of December.
They could. Hey, Ryan.
What's up, man?
So we'll see what happens with this game, if there even is one.
Yeah, because I was seeing on social media that I think, what's the guy's name? One of the Patriots reporters was saying that.
I know. Ellie. Yeah.
I think the team is scheduled to travel later today.
He is a piece of shit. He's notorious.
Because the two teams that are having players in the stadiums are the Cowboys,
Kansas
City, and the Jaguars. I think, right?
Look, there's only 3 teams that should have people in their stadiums, and even that's debatable. The Jets, the Giants,
and us,
and maybe the Patriots, because
the Bills,
the Bills,
yeah,
because Northeast has the lowest cases. There's no reason for Kansas City to have people in their stands. I know they wanted to drop their banner for the week 1, but at this point, there's no reason. No reason.
It sucks, but it is what
it's also frankly unfair, because why do other teams not get to have their fans making noise, and Kansas City and the Cowboys?
It's a disadvantage.
Basically, get to cheat and have crowd noise.
Right.
That is not fair, and the NFL should have established a rule that if one team doesn't have fans, you don't get to have fans.
They should have just said no fans in the stands across the whole league, period.
Because that would have made it a far more fair affair. But unfortunately, they chose not to do that, and they left it up to each individual team. And so then you end up with weird situations. I mean, granted, it's half audience, so it's not like Kansas City Stadium's that loud with half the audience, but they did not prepare well.
They should have looked at the way that baseball's handling it.
They didn't want to do a bubble season.
They should have.
They probably figured, well, it's only 16 games, not taking into account the number of times you practice, the number of hotels you book, the number of times you fly,
right?
Number of buses they take, the number of equipment guys coming in and out. I mean, in the locker rooms, they are very strict, and that's good. Only certain people are allowed in, and there are huge fines if so much as you take down the mask on the sideline.
Right.
And that stuff is all good. But it doesn't help you at the hotel rooms. It doesn't help you at, when you're flying. And you can have the players be locked into the hotel rooms and not able to leave, and that's what they're doing. But it don't matter, because if any of the staff has it,
right. If they come in contact with anybody at the front desk or in the halls or
staying at the hotel.
Right.
And those people might be asymptomatic. It's not necessarily their fault. It's the way the thing is. It's an airborne virus.
Right.
And unfortunately, it lasts 14 days.
At a minimum.
Or 10 to 14 days at a minimum, and with an incubation period prior to that.
Right.
So this not much you can really do other than also get lucky.
Yeah. We've been lucky so far.
Yeah, we've been lucky.
We
haven't caught the thing, but
right.
Yep. Fans could infect staff because they have to go through security.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a stupid thing. You shouldn't have fans at all right now. I know it's a bit weird, but I've actually kind of liked it without fans because you can hear the cadences more.
Right. It's interesting to be able to hear the sounds on the field.
I don't even think they're going to play the Chiefs, Derek. Like, I don't. They're talking to the Chiefs right now, like the NFL. I would be surprised if the Chiefs agree to play the game.
Yeah, well, I'll be interesting to see, like, if anything changes. I can pull up while we're streaming.
I mean, we were very likely going to lose the game anyway, but I just don't want to get in a situation where the Patriots play that game, and then after the game.
So the trip is now on standby.
The trip is on standby. Okay, so they're not able.
So they're talking about it.
Well, the CDC guidelines is anybody that's been in contact with Cam Newton is not supposed to fly.
Right.
Well, that sounds like the entire team.
It sounds like there's a good handful of people at least.
What, are you going to have no team? I mean, you're not going to be able to. I mean, if Bill's ever been near Cam, he can't travel.
Yeah. You can't not have your head coach. Come on.
Did Cam not hand off to Rex Burkhead, to James White, to
Michelle
all week? Because I doubt it. Did he not have any linemen blocking for him?
Come on.
I mean, all these players that have been around him. I mean, maybe the receivers are okay. Maybe.
Right. But they're still up in the line.
Assuming that they didn't give him a football back.
Right.
So, this is a pretty scary situation.
Assuming they didn't yell and he didn't yell in their face when they ran the wrong route.
Well, he's a very exciting dude.
Right.
He shows a lot of emotion. He's not like Brady. I mean, Brady can get angry at times, but Brady is more stoic.
Right.
Typically, unless something really exciting happens or they're in like a desperate situation.
Apparently they're retesting the entire offense, which makes sense.
Yeah. They are retesting the offense. Okay. So we'll see what those test results are because there is an incubation period. They do it every day. Now the best case scenario is that Cam had a false positive,
which does happen. Yeah.
They are using the quicker test that is less accurate.
The rapid tests, right?
Right.
It's like when you go and get a rapid test for the flu, you may have a false positive.
That does happen. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. Cam still wouldn't be able to play the game for obvious reasons, but they could still play the game, and we could enjoy losing 45-2.
Oh, it probably would be worse than that. Come on.
I don't know why Kansas City would give us a safety, but whatever. I don't know. It was the number that came to mind. But
yeah, I'm just looking at the updates that are on social media, on Twitter from like Adam Schefter and the Patriots themselves. I'm just Ian Rappaport, all the
flight not leaving.
Players are leaving the team facility.
Patriots are supposed to leave for the Kansas City flight at 1. However, the flight is not leaving.
And the players are leaving.
The players have left the team facility. They're canceling the game. They're canceling the game. That's what I figured. I should probably close that.
That's fine.
That light might be annoying.
It's
on Twitter. Ryan Schefter's reporting it.
Adam Schefter,
sorry.
ESPN reporters. Ian Rappaport. All those guys.
That's a sign that they're not going to play.
Let's see if there's anybody.
You would be at the facility right now preparing to go to the plane. Yeah. Who knows? Yep, they're leaving the facility. I mean, you're not really supposed to fly if you've been around anybody that has COVID.
No, that's probably not a good sign if they're all leaving, considering their plane is scheduled to take off in an hour and a half.
That's not a good sign. They're clearly not all driving to the plane on their own.
No, they would be.
Usually take the team bus. I mean, that's not good. That means almost certainly they're canceling the game.
Maybe they'll swap it to the bye week next
They
week.
might.
Well, I don't know what Kansas City's schedule is.
No, they're probably going to move it to whatever Kansas City's bye is.
But what if that falls on a week that we don't have? Our bye is next week.
They're going to. I don't know.
You know?
I don't know, Liz. I don't know what they're going to do. This is the second outbreak that they're probably going to have to deal with. And Tennessee's already. I mean,
that game already got.
Tennessee has what? 7-8 players infected plus a few coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't have been surprising with Tennessee with how awful the virus is in Tennessee right now. I don't know. This is rough. Oh my God, this is rough. It's unfortunate because the season looked pretty good for us so far, and I thought our team was actually pretty good. Yeah, worst case scenario is they cancel the NFL season. If they cancel the season, they cancel the season. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. Right now, but
they're retesting the whole offense
because
they can't take the risk.
They can't take the risk because he's been around everybody. So it's possible that when they tested everybody else, the virus is still incubating. So
yeah, because it can take
it can take like
3 or 4 days.
It isn't really that safe. I mean, they've taken a lot of precautions, but I think really the lack of a bubble season was a huge mistake. It was a huge
traveling
mistake.
all over the country, yeah.
I mean, if I were doing this, if I were running the NFL season, what I would have done is I would have cut the season down to 8 games. I would have cut it in half. And I would have done a bubble season. I would have had, Northeast, Southeast, you got like the Midwest and then the West Coast. And then maybe you need another region in there. You'd have 5 or 6 regions at most.
I mean, maybe, Ryan, but I don't know.
And then you'd have to figure out a bubble for the playoffs. And then that's all you could do. And then maybe you could get through that. But as it is, I don't know. This is not good. Who's going to be ready to play on a day's notice? Nobody. That's the problem. Oh, you do the Roger that shirt? Yeah.
We found that in Boston a couple of years. No, it was in Maine. I think that's right. We were on vacation and we went to a gift shop and we randomly found this shirt, so we bought it.
Yeah, you can really see it says Roger that with Brady's 5 rings at the time. Those are our response to the Deflategate nonsense.
Yeah, when he got suspended for 4 games?
For nothing, basically. For equipment he doesn't even do. When they didn't even test the Colts balls.
Right.
Oh, temperature affects ball pressure?
Oh, no kidding. It affects your tire pressure, too.
Going from 80 degrees to 40 and raining is going to lower pressure?
Cal, we don't know.
Ridiculous. I have no idea because the thing is they're like locked in. I mean, they're not allowed to go anywhere.
He must have picked it up. Maybe he went to a store or got food somewhere or...
I don't think he can. I don't
know.
Even sure. I don't think they're supposed to like go out.
I don't know. Maybe he ordered food from somewhere and the delivery person had COVID.
Maybe,
I don't know.
But that's pretty unlikely because outside stuff.
Yeah, he is. Adam Schefter. If you go to Twitter, he seems to be the guy getting the info.
That's what I would look for if you want up to date stuff.
I'm sure ESPN is going bonkers on
I mean, it
TV.
could be a false positive.
Wow.
That's best case scenario. I mean, it sucks for us because for sure we lose the Kansas City game, but better that than everybody gets infected.
Yeah.
They're both do.
Yeah, I mean, they both work.
Reporters.
Adam works for ESPN and Ian works for NFL Network.
I mean, Mike Reese is the reporter that covers the Patriots. He's the Patriots reporter exclusively.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything from him yet. He's probably saying much the same thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I follow them all on Twitter, and Adam Schefter seems to be the guy who's right on top of it.
Most of the stuff is news stories about the president.
Yeah, actually. Mike Reese has got a ESPN story.
Yeah, he does. He's obviously ruled out, but I don't know if they're even going to play the game. Yep, they're not traveling.
You have Travis Kelce on your fantasy team? Sorry, bro.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Sorry, man. This is a weird year for fantasy.
Oh, they will, for sure.
Oh, Kansas City will destroy us if we.
I would have given him a shot with Newton, but with
Newton, I mean, there's like I think there were 8-point underdogs with Newton, which I actually thought was a little silly, a little excessive. I don't think they were going to get blown out by Kansas City, but I would have seen them losing by a score or something. But I don't think Kansas City has been that great offensively till last week.
Yeah, they lit up against Baltimore.
They lit up Baltimore,
God.
but they were struggling before that. I mean, they were struggling against the Chargers, which I thought was really. The Chargers run a zone defense scheme. What the hell?
I think the Patriots could definitely have given them a run for their money, but
yeah, we need to hope that the test is fake. Or not fake. False.
The
test is fake. Cam faked it. He didn't want to play. No. Hopefully it's just a false positive for Cam's sake and everybody that's been around him. That's the best case scenario. I mean, losing the game is losing the game. It's whatever. This is really more of a year where we're just trying to see what the future of this team looks like without Brady. Not likely to make a run to begin with. I mean, I think we were going to win the division, but probably get knocked out in the divisional round or something.
Yeah.
That's true, he is. But he's still a great coach. I mean, he did stuff with a shitty Browns team. So,
He's a defensive mastermind.
He is a very good defensive coach. I mean, he does get players that are average and make them into good players.
I mean, they beat the Rams 10-0. So
he turned Gilmore 16-0 with Jacoby.
Why is that being flagged? Can I show that?
Yeah. I'm guessing it thinks Jules is some offensive word or something.
It's not.
I know it's not.
Yeah, so with Cam gone, they would have Brian Hoyer as the starter, then Jarrett Stidham as the backup, and Julian would be the
Julian was the emergency quarterback, obviously. He's played quarterback in that one game when Jacoby was injured a little bit.
Hoyer would start over Stidham for sure. Stidham's average.
Garbage.
He's not great.
They're not going to start.
It would be Hoyer.
It would be Hoyer most likely.
He did win a game from them. Was it
a
couple years? Last year, a year.
Hoyer is a serviceable quarterback, but he's a pocket quarterback.
Right. He's not what Cam Newton does.
No. Stidham is just. I'm sorry. I hate Stidham. I've never thought he was any good.
No, hold on. Updates coming in.
Oh, Chris Christie has it now, huh?
Oh, the irony.
Yeah, all the people that
Where
have
did
been
that
around.
go? It must be down here somewhere.
I'm not surprised.
So it appears all options are on the table. The Patriots could leave later today. They could leave Sunday. The game could be postponed. One source says no way they can travel.
They can't travel today.
So we'll see what happens. The game's at 4:30 tomorrow, so they would have to leave early.
No way. You're going to fly a team in and get there at 2:00? First of all, they're going halfway across the country.
It's not that far of a flight.
They're going from...
It's like 2 hours.
Wow,
they're going from Boston to Missouri. It's not that far.
I guess, but it's still...
It's like a
time change.
3 or 4... It's by an hour.
All right.
An hour's not that
still
bad.
Still messes with you.
Not like going to California does.
Well, obviously. I mean, California is the entire other coast.
It's probably, a 3-4 hour flight, if that?
Yeah, they're basically at a massive, massive disadvantage against a team that did not need a massive advantage. So, yeah. They're basically screwed if they play that game. Like, they have no chance at all. And they probably won't even try. They'll probably just try to get out of the game without any injuries.
The Chiefs are going to COVID this week.
Yeah, pretty much. If they play that game, the Chiefs are putting themselves at risk, frankly.
Like, who makes those decisions? Does the NFL make it? Does the owners make it?
They're talking in contact with the owners, the commissioner and the owners, I'm imagining. Bosa and Ingram.
They don't. Ingram plays for Baltimore, and Bosa blew out his Achilles or his ACL.
I think his ACL. I don't remember, though. He's done for the year.
Yeah, the Vikings have all tested negative, surprisingly. They played the Titans.
Yeah, that's surprising that the Vikings tested negative.
Their game is still on for tomorrow.
The Vikings somehow don't have it, which is good. Um,
I don't know.
But that's weird. They should, but they don't. I mean,
it's possible.
It's also, I mean, the games do. Well, the Vikings played Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Was that in an indoor stadium or an outdoor stadium?
Why do we hope people test for positive? We don't want people to get sick.
Nobody wants anybody to get positive.
We don't want anybody to catch it.
We want them to not play the game if they have potential for infecting the other team.
Right. I don't know why you get that impression.
Yeah, we don't. Nobody here wants anybody to get.
We don't want anybody, even people in the government. Well, we don't want anybody to get sick.
No, no. We're saying that if there are a bunch of people that have tested positive on the Patriots, don't fly them out because you're going to risk not just the Chiefs. You're going to risk other people around.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to be in harm's way.
They're retesting right now,
supposedly.
So
maybe that's why they all left because
they're probably getting tested again because COVID is weird. There's a vaccine. I mean, not vaccine. There's a incubation period. There is no vaccine yet, unfortunately. There is.
They could move it to Monday.
And
do a doubleheader game.
Biden has tested negative so far, but.
Yep.
But it's also possible that it's still in the incubation period when they did the test, and the test came back negative as a result. So, but they're probably going to test him again anyway.
Oh, yes. The guy who's like...
Yeah, I wish.
Is Joe Namath, like, what is he, like 95 years old, or is he...
That's not really an option.
After his morning vitamins, he'll be ready to play.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
he'll eat his spinach, right? And be like Popeye?
Yep.
You guys are funny.
So yeah, the season's basically turning into a shit show at this point, unfortunately. The travel is what's doing it, I think. Who knows? It's so bizarre that Cam gets
of all players,
and nobody else has tested positive yet. It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happens. I don't. And the only thing I can think of is that incubation period.
Yeah, so he tested positive last night, which means he probably had it since earlier in the week.
They could. That's probably an option if they delay the season by
2 weeks.
If there's too many.
If other teams start getting ill too.
But right now, the only outbreak is Tennessee, and there is one on New England. So we'll see. Like the team you would least expect to get COVID because it's in the Northeast.
Right. Exactly.
Wow. Just crazy.
Yeah. Foxborough is in the southern part of Massachusetts.
Yeah,
it's maybe an hour from Boston.
We went to that game that poured on us where Blunt ran like 300 yards against,
the Bills?
The Bills.
Is that who they played?
I think it was the Bills. Yeah, it was the Bills because E.J. Manuel is a freaking quarterback, and there was an E.J. Manuel fan right in front of us.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A Buffalo Bill fan. Poor girl.
I know, right? It's like the guy is given a chance, and then this happens.
It sucks. He's such a good player, and he's such a genuinely nice guy, and he gets fucked over by everything. He really does.
Happens to the best of us, it seems.
I mean, he finally gets a chance to play again. He's just as good as he ever was, which is what he said. Nobody believed him other than New England.
The thing is that the tests don't get positive, and they have it. I believe more.
Yeah, there are false negatives as well.
There could be more people who have it, but the tests are just not.
Well, they're using. I think they're using those antibody tests, which are like rapid.
Well, those are blood tests.
They're using the rapid test.
Whatever. That's just up your nose.
Yeah, the nose one.
The antibody test is your blood.
There is a more accurate test, but it takes a day.
Yeah, I agree, Derek.
Yep, I love the energy. I mean, they very, very much could be 3-0 right now if they had just executed the last play against Seattle properly. I know the Vikings don't have it, which is good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is safe to play against a team that has COVID.
Right.
the Vikings could have gotten lucky, or there could have been other factors. There's a whole bunch of variables.
Right, exactly.
Whether the stadium's outdoor, indoor.
Yeah, that's cool.
It just depends, Sometimes it's kind of random.
Well,
it's not like they've scientifically tested whether helmets protect you from spray. I'm sure the visors that they wear help, but who knows?
Well, there's not much else to really
No,
say at
that's
this
about
point.
it. Seahawks are good.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's having
really good.
Wilson's having MVP. He's having an MVP season. Yeah, you guys are.
I mean, who's his competition? Ryan Allen. The other punter. No. Goddamn, why did I forget? Who's the Bills quarterback? Why am I blanking on his name?
Josh something?
Josh Allen. Jesus Christ, Ryan Allen.
He's not even our punter anymore.
I know. Oh, God. Josh Allen's been playing really well, too. But it's also Josh Allen, and I don't have a lot of faith that that's going to continue.
Yeah, Sent, that is weird that you felt nothing at all. And that guy, your neighbor, was super sick. That happens.
It's very random. It's a genetic thing. Just some people get really, really sick. Some people don't. But
the Bills do look really good. I'm scared when we have to maybe play them later this year. It's so weird for the AFC East. We play all of them like in November and December.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Josh Allen's going to be MVP.
No, I think Wilson. Honestly,
Russell Wilson should. In fact, apparently Russell Wilson has never been MVP. That is shocking to me.
I know. I don't know how.
He has had MVP seasons.
All right, dude.
Okay. Yeah, they're breaking the rules by getting COVID.
Yeah, I don't know how that's breaking the rules.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. Yeah, I think Russell Wilson should get it. What, the NFC East?
Oh, with like the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah, that shitty division.
The Cowboys and the Eagles.
The Cowboys. Well, the Cowboys won that game against the Falcons because the Falcons decided to
Falcon it. Like they did last week.
That's an onside kick. Let's just look at the ball. This is a great idea. Oh, it's at the 9 yards. It's gone 9 yards, 10 yards, 11 yards. Should we jump on it? Should we? No? Oh, the Cowboys jumped on it. Let's jump on it now. Oh, my God. I hate the Falcons so much. They're so stupid and incompetent.
Eagles suck.
The Eagles do suck, and I don't understand.
They've got a stacked team, don't they?
Trade back for Nick Foles, man. Jesus.
Can't believe that they benched that freaking guy.
Carson Wentz is good, but for some reason, the team seems worse with him. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, Ascent.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Bears bear it all the time. Wentz is an ass. I don't know. I just don't think he has so much talent, but he's injury prone like hell.
Wilson and Rodgers are both good quarterbacks.
I don't know. He doesn't lead as well as Foles does, as far as everybody has said in the locker room that they liked Foles better personally. I don't
Friendly
know.
war zone.
War zone. Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers?
I take Wilson.
I know Rodgers is having a good year too, but if it's close, give it to Wilson, man. Wilson's never had the MVP.
Right. I agree.
The guy deserves it. He's like the third or fourth best quarterback in the NFL right now. I mean, maybe he's playing the best of any of them right now. Yeah, I know. Brady's done okay. I loved all the takes that he was done after losing, to a good Saints team.
Now the Saints just lost.
Saints blow.
Yep.
It's like, give Brady time. Like, Jesus.
He went from 20 years on one team to having to learn a whole new scheme.
Tom Brady's still Tom Brady. He's still really good. I still like watching him play.
Hopefully Foles does good against the Colts. Well, Phillip Rivers knows how to blow games better than anyone else. So.
Oh, the Philly special. Don't remind me of that. Oh, God, that freaking Eagles game. That Eagles Super Bowl. I'll never forgive Bill for benching Butler in that game. Look, Butler wasn't exactly that good either, but Jesus, why would you screw with the chemistry of the team?
I know.
I think that was a case of outthinking himself.
I agree. He's done that before.
I think it affected the defense in
more ways than
their
one.
chemistry.
Yeah. It got in their heads, I think.
It was a mistake.
So
I mean, maybe that's not why they lost the game. But
Derek, it doesn't.
Nobody knows.
Nobody. It's TBD.
To be decided.
I guess the league is in discussions with what to do. That's all we know.
Discussions. The Eagles were insane that year, but then Carson Wentz got hurt. Everybody thought it was over, and then somehow Foles fills in, and then somehow they win.
Turns into.
It is a weird year. I mean, sometimes weird things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, when the Patriots won in 2001, Bledsoe got hurt. Brady comes in, they win 10 games, and they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, probably Hermit Crab. They're probably all on a Zoom call figuring it out.
I'm sure they are.
Well, we thought this was going to be 5 minutes, but it turned into 35.
Yes, the game decision is on hold for now.
We don't know.
What is being reported is that there is no travel today, almost certainly.
Maybe later.
Maybe tomorrow morning, or potentially Sunday night if they move the game to Monday, or they might just cancel the game or postpone the game entirely. Who knows?
Yeah, Adam Gase is trash.
Yeah, Foles is old. I don't know.
So
it's just a weird year, and you still got to live with it, basically. Tennessee is good.
No, there's no cure for COVID. There's only ways to lessen the symptoms.
There is no cure now.
They're working on a vaccine, but it's months and months away at this point.
It's probably a year away at least. And it just is what it is. There's antibody cocktails that they can give people, but that's what is confusing to me.
Yeah, Trey, we have no idea.
That seems very strange, and I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. We're hoping that it's just a false positive. He takes another test tomorrow or something, and he's negative. It's fine.
Our cat is playing in the background.
But almost for sure. But Cam has already been ruled out of the game, so no matter what happens, he's obviously not going to play if they play.
Right. Regardless.
Which is fair enough because you don't want to risk infecting anybody else.
Yep. So Ian Rappaport just reported that a Chiefs practice squad quarterback has tested for positive. So there we go.
There it is. And now there's an outbreak with the Chiefs.
It's just one guy at this point.
It's one of the members of their practice squad, and they practice together.
Right.
So that means anybody that's been around that practice squad quarterback now has to quarantine. So now it's 99%. Now I'm thinking it's 99%. There's no game. There's no game. It seems rigged. Yeah, Belichick, he sent out the virus to.
Yeah, he went to Cam's house and injected him.
Oh God, I find it hilarious. All these dark side memes with Belichick, like he summons forth the wind and they miss the field goal. All that kind of silly shit. So the Chiefs have it too, but none of their actual active roster players have tested positive yet.
Just a practice squad quarterback.
But that's not good, though. I mean, they practice together. Jesus, this is not going well.
No.
Oh my God. We can't have good things in the world this year. This year it's just been
trash.
Oh my God, I can't.
The last year has been trash since October of last year.
What's that? Did they say the name of that quarterback?
Some practice squad member.
Ian Rappaport is reporting that Chiefs practice squad quarterback Jordan Ta'amu has tested positive for COVID-19. Comes another shutdown.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, Derek.
I don't know, man.
New York State. It is. Gavin, where did you see that? I'm gonna get my phone. I have ESPN, so I get all the rapid alerts.
They should have bubbled the season, yeah. I should have bubbled it. That's bad.
Yep, it's not going to be played.
Yep.
Bill Gates.
It's postponed. That's official.
No. That's not the right. Where's the article? I just went to it.
You went to another article?
Will not be played as scheduled.
It will not be played as scheduled. There's an article on ESPN. Patriots Chiefs game. Adam Schefter is being postponed. Is expected to be played Monday or Tuesday, per source.
That's what they said about the Titans, and then they scheduled it for like 3 weeks later. So
that's what they initially said for Tennessee, that it was going to be played Monday. More people tested positive, and then they had to say screw it, and they moved it several weeks later.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the Chiefs and Patriots have it.
Yeah, please. That's a disaster.
That's it for sure.
So if Cam's on that IR, when would he be able to come off? In 3 weeks?
Nice. Well,
Is the COVID IR different?
I don't think it's an IR.
That's what they put him on.
Oh, did they?
Where did he get to?
Well, it's 2 weeks to recover.
He's on the COVID-19 reserve list.
Oh, they have a separate. Yeah, they have a separate list for that. So that's 14 days, and then you can come back. COVID-19, Pat McAfee. Jesus fucking Christ, he's so hilarious.
Oh, man.
Well, there's one way to beat Kansas City. Apparently, it's COVID. Jesus Christ. Oh, this season is a shit show.
Well, there you have it, folks.
So now that means Kansas City now has to test their entire team. And I think they have expanded rosters too this year.
I don't think so. I think it's still 53.
I think they expanded the practice squads.
Maybe.
So I don't know. They have expanded lists of players they can pull from.
Well, we'll have a preview video at some point.
Yeah, not today. There's no point.
Not today or tomorrow until we have a definitive.
Until we have a definitive date.
There's no point in doing one.
No point. Top of which, I don't know. I mean, is Cam going to play? Who knows? Should okay the game on Madden. That's hilarious. Oh, freaking Madden.
You have like Madden from like 4 years ago.
I still have Madden 18, and I only bought it because Brady's on the cover. I don't really like Madden games that much. So that's basically, I think, about as many updates as we're going to get.
For now. There probably will be small things that trickle in here and there.
Yeah. Well, that's funny when you're following a developing news story. You get all the breadcrumbs. Like, oh, their plane's not leaving. Gee, I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's kind of fun. But
there goes the game of the week. On to the Browns in Dallas. Watch Baker throw some picks. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Baker's okay. I don't hate Baker Mayfield. But he's not great, but he's okay. I think he's serviceable.
I don't really care.
I don't know. Quarterback's a hard position to fill with like elite level talent. I mean,
yeah, you just have to get lucky.
Wilson, Breeze, Brady, Rodgers, Cam. I'm struggling. Well, Mahomes, Lamar.
That's about it.
And then you get.
I mean, Roethlisberger.
Ben.
I'd say Phillip Rivers, but he's never won a Super Bowl.
Rivers is inconsistent. I don't know why.
When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's really
very bad. When he's good, though, he's amazing. Man, poor Rivers. Peyton Manning, when he was there, he was elite.
Eli was pretty good
Andrew Luck
in his prime.
Was elite.
Eli was good in his prime.
Eli was okay. He was fantastic in postseason play.
Yep.
Terrible. And
we just saw that.
Mediocre in regular season.
We saw that.
Yep. So, since the game is canceled, that sucks. I could go to watch, but I don't know. I'd rather they all be safe and, wish Cam the best. I wish the practice squad player the best. Sorry, I forgot his name. Ta'amu. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully nobody else on the Kansas City Chiefs or the Patriots has this thing.
Right.
And hopefully they can stay safe, play the game at some point. We can get our ass whooped.
Yep.
And it'll be fun. But most important thing is that everybody stays safe.
Exactly.
And don't spread it to anybody else. So.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging. If there's any major,
we're not going to lose. I hope not.
If there's any major updates, we'll share somehow.
I mean, Kansas City is one of the few weeks I was going to pick them to lose.
See you, Ryan. We're probably going to wrap it up soon.
But it was going to be a fun game.
It would have been regardless whether they won or lost.
I'm curious what the defense was going to do with Kansas City. They usually play pretty well against them.
All right, guys.
Well, take care. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the super chat, and I'll see you for the preview eventually. I don't know.
Another live. Who knows what we'll do.
Take care.
Bye, guys.